Hello there, Warlock. Hello, ma'am. Heard any interesting rumors lately? Well, let's see. I heard that Magus Bisp has been spending his time cooped up on the top of his tower, working on some new spell or something. I heard that Gahrron was planning on retiring and heading back to his farm. May have already left, in fact. Oh, and I heard that there's some undead warlock running around town asking people all sorts of annoying questions. Just playing with you, love. Hope that information helped. Alright, that one's down. Just having a look here, because I remember you could find the book for the Paladin quests here, but I was curious if you could see it. Probably could be on a high enough level, Paladin, or on the right stage of the quest. May the Lord watch over you, child, and how may I help you this fine day? I'm looking for someone who may have stolen some supplies from Heartland. Have any leads for me? Stolen supplies? Well, let me think about it. No certain priest named Daria who took all the extra wine after last week's service, but didn't throw it out as I asked. Right, let me start again. I know a certain priest named Daria who took all the extra wine after last week's service, but didn't throw it out as I asked. We should be apologizing soon, though. Alphys winks at you. I also heard an abnormal number of confessions this week. I've also heard an abnormal number of confessions this week for one of the mages. What was his name? Crisp? Wisp? Something along those lines. Now, be on your way.
Off and away.
Okay. Without voice acting, lines can be taken in meant one way, can be easily taken in a very different way. Can't tell if the be on your way is a pissed line or not, you know? Where's Fant? I've noticed anything strange lately. Any new customers in the blacksmith shop? Well, let's see. I saw some drudges running away from that mine over there. Said something about a spider. No customers? Well, there's Jarlee, the lovely young gnome who bought an axe twice her size last week. Oh, and Magus Biss came by asking for armor. Not sure why he would need plate armor.
See you around.
Anything strange? What is this, an interrogation? You're not one of Fordring's internal affairs guys, are you? Well, I've got none to hide. Let me look over my records. Last week I sold a ball gown to Lieutenant Maynor, which struck me as odd. Who's Maynor again? What else? Magnus Bisp bought several dozen leather jerkins, which he couldn't give a reason for. Oh, and Friar Burlingham came by to stock up on swimwear for his trip to Hard Wrench Hideaway. That's about it. Now, if you don't mind, I have customers. Oh, this guy. He got a ball gown. Did you notice, Shandalyn? Many names were mentioned, but one name was mentioned far more than the others. Bisp. Magus Bisp, now friendly with the Crusade. Well, they certainly weren't showing it. Magus Bisp was one of Harkon's most preeminent arcanists. To imagine that he would be interacting with gnolls and dabbling in necromancy? Unthinkable. You'll find him atop the tower near Harkon's main entrance. Hopefully we'll have an explanation for all of this. If not, well, we'll go to the top of that tower unprepared, Shandalyn. Hopefully we can avoid combat with Bisp. He's quite skilled. Oh, I'm not alone. I got a very weak fucking, what's he called? Felguard. Oh yeah, you're clearly not evil, not with that outfit. What are you doing up here, undead? Can you see you're interfering with official Argent Crusade business? I was just wondering what you knew about the gnolls to the south. Someone has been giving them supplies to practice necromancy. You'll pay with your life for interfering with my plans, you miserable scum. Wait, did I even get hit by that arcane explosion? Looks like I could have, but that might have just been a spell effect. Nice. Bagging Gasp. Sorry, bagging Bisp. I suppose we can take that. We can take his aggression as an admission of guilt. You're right, Shandalyn. Bisp, Gnolls, and Necromancy. Oh my. So, you killed a member of the Argent Crusade inside Harkonnen. Usually that's not smiled upon, even in self-defense. I recommend you come back to Mardenhold Keep and turn yourself into High Lord Fordring. Hopefully he'll hear you out and will be sympathetic with your situation. I hope I haven't got you in any trouble. Surely speak with Tyrion before he finds out what you did. Well, the Crusade likes me better for doing the previous quest, so I'm sure I'll be fine. Seriously, I don't know why the Honor Guard has such shit shields. It's like an old classic shield, and not even a nice one at that. I think the other shield that I was complimenting, I think that's a classic one as well, but at least looks good.
We shall triumph.
I'm already aware of your actions, Shandalyn. I welcome you into my town, give you my blessing. What do? You slayed a traitor we've been hunting down for weeks. Well done. Your heroism is budding much earlier than even I had anticipated.
Courage is our greatest weapon.
So yeah, Daria there is the priest, the cleric the other guy I've been referring to. Seems like the other guy knew she'd been, the other cleric knew she had been using mind vision or whatever. So now that that's done, we'll go to the Fight Master and we'll head down to Mender's Stead. We'll do the quest there.
How are you?
And actually we'll get another one as well. There's a, we have to help out, there's like one last bit to the Plague side quest. And we'll also help out the other guy go back to his farm. Then we'll head to Anderhall. I probably won't be level 40 by then, annoyingly. What level was I at this stage in my original playthrough? I'm not sure. It would appear that I arrived before you, Shandalyn. A field agent... Con. Field agent Karatish gave me the details about my old home. Seems my battles with Scourge aren't quite over yet. It's the funny things you remember. It's funny the things you remember. I spent 16 hours a day working the fields, and every 7th day I would head into bustling Anderhall to sell what had grown. It was a tough life, but we did all right. But I barely remember any of that. When I think back to those days, I think about Gloria's smile, or Andrea waving from the window whenever I would look up from the plough. The farm's just a bit to the east, but I'm not sure I'm ready to go back, Shandalyn. I would just like to make sure I hold on to these memories. Interesting stuff he has. Kind of makes me think of, I don't know, AQ. Well, just because it looks like a claw and a pincer, you know. I am on. You come to help Zankiki out. Just making sure I haven't gotten any notifications on Twitter. Not Twitter, Facebook. My analysis is complete. The blight that affects the animals here is no residual disease. No, it is something new, and I think I know what it is. The Cult of the Damned maintains a plague cauldron on a farm called Gahrron's Withering. So, that guy over there. The farm is due southeast of us, close to where the eastern plague lands begin. I need a sample from this cauldron to verify my suspicions. Illuminate the cauldron lord present there for its key. You'll then be able to access the cauldron and obtain my sample. Get the key from the cauldron lord, then activate the cauldron. So yeah, back in the day, there was at all these different farms. There's 4 here. You could go to each one and find a plague cauldron. You kill the lord, you get access to the cauldron itself. You'll see all this when I eventually get to it in my classic playthrough. That won't be starting till summer 2019. And I'm not sure we'll take the same slot as this or what. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. You'd think they would have known that there is still a plague cauldron here, and like it, from the sounds of it, it's just like, you know, he just realized that this was still a thing over here. So, you know, if there's a plague cauldron still belching, you know, it's probably behind the plague. Seems might forgetful, you know? Just presumably because they wanted to stagger it, so that you did it after the rest of the Underhole stuff. Not the Underhole stuff, the, you know, rest of the Ardent Crusade stories. If memory serves, Soul Rat here respawns quite quickly, so I mightn't read his quest text. Just to speed up being here so I don't have to fight him again multiple times. An access panel on the cauldron remains securely fastened. In order to open it, you'll need to find the key. Cauldron Lord Soul Rate's key disintegrates as it touches the lock on the access panel at the base of the cauldron's platform. Not even sure where that would be. A slight cranking noise is heard within, and the access panel swings open to... Damn it, I shouldn't have read this. I kind of forgot all about what I was saying. 4. The access panel swings open to reveal more viscous toxins within the cauldron's framework. There's a small spigot that allows the bottle to that the bottle fits well enough under, allowing you to draw a sample for Field Agent Kartish back at the Mentor's Stead. Also remember, you could find a Tauren hiding in one of these old farmhouses. Yeah, injured. I think it was the one at Mentor's Stead. You carefully close the spigot in the control panel, watching the cauldron's putrid ichors drip into the empty bottle. With the poison in hand, it is time to return to the Field Agent. Also, I remember you could, when you came to one of these places, you could discover that a relative, that one of the people from the farm still lived, and you could bring them tokens from the farm. It was one of the ladies walking around Stormwind, some old lady complaining. That's all I remember. Like talking about going to the well and stuff like this. You could bring her stuff from here. Well, maybe not this particular farmstead, but from the Playlands. Also, one thing that they had in Classic that they don't have now is that you had to teach your minions new abilities. If you wanted your imp to earn Blood Shield, I think it was, you'd have to go to a warlock vendor right by the merchant, and some of them are still in the game. You can't get on from them, but they're still there. And you would buy an expensive book and you'd give it to your pet. You'd train your pet to be it. Hunters had to, if they wanted to get new abilities for their pets, would have to train a pet, would yeah, they'd have to tame a pet with the new ability, and then from there they could somehow teach it to their older pet. A child's painting, finger painting. That's an incredible finger painting. A cherished painting by Gahrron's daughter. I hate how that enemy outright hit me, and my minion didn't do anything. I liked the old system of, if you twack someone, they would defend you. If you got twacked, they would defend you. That was great. Gahrron's prayer book. Well worn. Keep moving. On some level, part of me is thinking maybe I should drop tailoring. Like I said, it's not quite as nice as it once I was thinking it would be, and there's a lot less reason for me to bother even leveling it up now. Because of the way they've decided to do the professions in Battle for Azeroth, there's no point in grinding up classic stuff. There's no point in it. There's the only point, unless there's something you want to get, there's no point in it. There's only point in getting the current content. Only that. So there's no real point in bothering leveling this stuff up now. You won't have to do it later on. I could just get the Burn Crusade, talk to a trainer there, and now I have Burn Crusade tailoring, and just go from there. I could just do that, and job done. Let me make sure I don't have a message. Okay. I could just do that. And, you know, I've Burn Crusade tailoring, and I'm still level 1 in Classic. I could, you know, wait to just, you know, get each one up to Battle for Azeroth, and only then start leveling it. And that's perfectly fine. Or I could just not bother getting any of them and just get Battle for Azeroths. It basically makes the rest of this stuff. You don't get on for doing it, you know. Like I felt, you know, like I was accomplishing something, leveling it up with me as I went, but I feel like there's, you know, no point to it now. Feels like I should probably just drop one of them, if not both of them, and just pick up gathering professions. Just have that. Especially since they've removed the tailoring bonus. You can still get it, but it doesn't seem to activate. Doesn't seem to actually be usable. I wouldn't expect you to indulge the whims of a nostalgic old man, Shandalyn. Still, if you find yourself in the area. This. Gahrron used to read from this prayer book every night. How had I forgotten? She was so devout, Shandalyn. Those eyes turned to the finger painting. Oh, this painting, my daughter Andrea. She loved to paint.
For the Alliance.
Thank you.
You need something? Greetings. The Legion's end.
Gahrron's Withering houses a viciously potent plague cauldron. Once we sample the plague it spews forth, we'll be able to determine whether the cult of Dam is truly responsible for continuing to poison the land. I don't understand this in the slightest. If the plague cauldron is still spewing out plague, then obviously it's still continuing to poison the land. Good work. One moment, please.